last lecture, we had seen about social institutions with reference to politics and governance. Now we'll look into the next topic, which is religion, and then we'll learn about family. Okay. So what is religion? So religion is derived from the Latin word which means religio, meaning sacred. There is also the other word which is like religare, which means obligation. So religion is made up of parts, which is more complex system of rites, ceremonies, myths and dogmas. So there are different elements in terms of religion, which are like the first one is beliefs. So belief is a kind of system where every religion is based, which religion is based on numerous beliefs which may not be universal. For example, monotheism, which means belief in single God. Then there is polytheism, which is belief in more than one God. Then the second point, which is like in terms of elements of religion, is rituals. All the rituals, all the religion of the different worlds, all the religion of the world have different rituals and certain ceremonies. For example, life cycle ritual, like in a human body or even a existence of a human life, whole of your life we have certain rituals. Like when a child is born, there is naming ceremony, then there is some which is upanya ceremony, then there is when a girl reaches adulthood, there are ceremonies like puberty rituals, then there is during the marriage there are certain ceremonies, then during when the mother is like having a baby inside her womb, then there is the rituals related to the related to her the pregnant lady. Then you have after the birth of the child, again the rituals follow. So from something from the birth to the death. So there is also the concept of sacred objects. Sacred objects, which means there are certain objects we consider as very pure and sacred. Let us take this example of say the water from river Ganga, which is seen as sacred. Among the Islamic followers, there is the water from Zamzam, which is seen as sacred. Religion also has certain symbols like sacred signs, which is used like objects. Like we have Om in Hinduism, we have cross among Christians. So it also gives certain meanings for the people. Then the concept of sect. Now sect is something which is like there are many small groups within the major groups, you can say as sect. So religious organizations are networks of institutions through which members interact, they come together, these things. Then we have expressive culture, like in religion also people dance, people celebrate, like people play drums and then they dance. We have festivals like Holi where we play with colors. So this is a form of expressive culture. So let us now discuss the sociological perspective in terms of religion. First one has written a lot about religion, Durkheim. Immanuel Durkheim, he uses the concepts like sacred and profane. So sacred objects are something which is set apart from everyday life, while profane stands for things that are used in everyday life. So Karl Marx talks religion in terms of social stratification, where he looks about how religion is creating a kind of an inequality and even it maintains a status quo also. According to Weber, Calvinism played a very important role in development of the spirit of capitalism. Durkheim also talks about religion in terms of social solidarity, social control, which gives a sense of a meaning and a purpose. It also brings about social unity for the people. It creates norm. It creates values for the society. Social control he looks and he discusses as something which is like creates a kind of a bonding among, and it is religion, it kind of sanctions it also. So the symbolic interactionism perspective can be related with that of micro approach, whereby it is the aim is to understand between the relationship between religion and society and through the use of symbols also. According to conflict theorists, on the other hand, religion promotes social inequality and social conflict also. Even Karl Marx believed that religion, in a way, promotes status quo. It diverts people's attention from social inequality, and thus it serves the ruling elites. In the world, there are different types of religion like Christianity, then there is Islam, has a large amount of population throughout the world, then Judaism, then Hinduism, then Buddhism, then Confucianism, which is practiced in China. Then there is also the discussion about different types of religious organization in our society. So the first is church. A church is a religious organization that is well integrated into the larger society. It is a well established institution that has leaders, norms. A sect is a small religious organization that is not well integrated with the society, and it may be in conflict with some of the norms and values of the society. A cult, a cult is like a sect that are where there is new religious groups, but different. There is also it is also a kind of an breaking away from the larger domain or the larger denomination which is practiced from the mainstream religion. In this chapter, there is also a discussion about religiosity, concepts like religiosity. So, what is religiosity? Religiosity can be explained as the significance of religion in which plays an very important, like how people are religious. The religiosity asks the questions like how much people are religious. Then there is concept of secularization. Secularization is a term which is used in sociology to describe the cultural transition which is away from religious values. Secularization means declining influence of belief in supernatural and sacred in everyday life of people's life. Secularization helps society to do away with the age-old evil practices such as sati, child marriage, gender discrimination, etc. Fundamentalism refers to a conservative religious doctrine that attempts to replace intellectualism and worldly accommodation by traditional and other worldly religious beliefs and practices. Religious fundamentalism also rejects religious pluralism, it opposes secular humanism, it endorses conservative and political goals.